Good afternoon. Thank you for taking a few moments with me in the Word. The last time we were together, we were talking about the Holy Spirit being our guide, giving Him full control. And one of the things that I had said is that if we would surrender ourselves to Holy Spirit, yield ourselves to Him, give Him our full attention, then we would have fewer problems, if any, at all. And so we want that place of surrender. Now we know that in Romans chapter 8 that it says the sons of God are led by Holy Spirit. And sons of God means those who are mature. I want to make a little side note here. When we start talking about being mature, then I can't help but think about love, because love is that sign of maturity, the mature fruit of love. So then we can understand that if we're being led by Holy Spirit, if it truly is Holy Spirit, then we will be led in the way of love. So make sure you have that in your filter of discerning who you're being led by. But being led by Holy Spirit, He wants to be our guide. You know, when we go to another country, or if we would go to a country that we're not familiar with, we want to have a guide there. See, the guide knows the language of the land, knows the territory, knows the laws of the land. The guide knows the best restaurants to go to and what the menu says at the restaurant, what to choose and what not to choose. And so if we be in another country, we would be most fortunate if we would have a guide. And we would not want that guide to get out of our sight. We want to keep our attention on that guide. And we would be sure then to get where we wanted to go. We would eat well. We would be able to communicate, because we would have our guide who knows the language of that country. Well, the Holy Spirit wants to be our guide. He knows this earth realm. He knows what's going to happen before we know what will happen. He knows the heavenly realm. He knows the language of heaven. He knows the plan of God. We're not waiting on Holy Spirit to get a plan of God. God, our Father, already made a plan for our lives and all the provision for that plan. No, when we are looking to yield ourselves fully to Holy Spirit, who wants to guide us in that plan and all the provision that is in it. So let's just make this our determination that we're going to practice throughout the day to give our attention to Holy Spirit and let Him be our guide in the small things and the big things. In fact, He will take you to the small things to teach you, where, you can't make too much of a mess. And you can learn His voice, His guidance there. And then He'll lead you into the bigger things. We're faithful in the little, He'll make us rulers over much. And so let's practice giving Him our attention throughout the day. And we can find that we will only be doing what we hear the Father do, only saying what we hear the Father say, because we are yielding ourselves to Holy Spirit. In that is liberty. I love you, and I look forward to being with you the next time.